From beautiful Callan High Sports, just a short drive from the Romeoville campus of Lewis University, it's Flyers hockey right here on LUTN. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Lewis University Television Network, your home for Flyers hockey this 2022 season. We are here today at Callan High Sports for Game 2 of the series between the Depaul Blue Demons and your Lewis Flyers. Game 1 last night, not the greatest game for the Lewis Flyers. They ended up losing that game in total by a final score of 16-3. We have a scoring recap for you that we can go ahead and take a look at right now. The lone 3 goals for the Lewis Flyers coming from Matt Morrow, Alex Arkilla, and Tyler Kramer. And the Depaul Blue Demons had a whole slew of goals that they had yesterday, so you can go ahead and see some of those right now. The Flyers are going to look to try and turn things around here today. We have a couple keys to the game that we can go ahead and take a look at right now that will be instrumental for the Lewis Flyers to achieve success against Depaul today. First thing, they got to bring that energy early. It's very important for the Lewis Flyers to have high energy. They need to match the energy, if not blow the energy of the Depaul Blue Demons out of the water. It's very clear to me and Cody yesterday that Depaul is a very strong team, brings a lot of energy to their game, so it's very important for the Flyers to be able to match that and bring energy of their own. Second thing, very important for the Lewis Flyers to not let Depaul run away with the game. Depaul showed us yesterday that they're very capable of scoring 5, 6, 7 goals in a row. The Flyers cannot allow that to happen. If they get scored on once, they need to be able to bounce back. They need to score a goal. They need to be able to turn that momentum around somehow. Third and most important thing probably for the Lewis Flyers is they need to stay out of the penalty box. It's very important for the Flyers to play equal, if not on the power play, as much as physically possible. They have to be able to keep their emotions in check. They have to be able to not give Depaul any sort of offensive opportunities, if at all possible. They're very strong, and they will take advantage of any sort of opportunity that they are given. We have the Lewis Flyers and Depaul Blue Demons. We can go ahead and take a starting lineup. Look at the starting lineup anyway for the Lewis Flyers. Yesterday, Christian Rohrer finished out the game. Mike Fisher got that start. They each played about half the game. They both played very well, in my opinion. And so we'll look to see who gets to start today. Player to watch on the Lewis Flyers, number 86, Scotty Ernsting. Although he did not have any goals yesterday, he was an instrumental part of that highlight reel goal that Morrow had yesterday. You got a nice look at him right there live during warm-ups. And it's very important that we watch him, that the Flyers use him to their advantage today. He had played very well yesterday, had a very strong game altogether. So it's important that Ernsting is used by the Flyers here today. We can also now go ahead and take a look at the starting lineup for the Depaul Blue Demons. And they, again, have a very large roster, have a lot of players that they were rolling all 4 lines yesterday. It's very important that they continue to do so today, and they will. They showed us that yesterday. A lot of opportunity for a lot of players. Player to watch on the Depaul Blue Demons is number 92, Brock Ash, a Chicago Bruins native from Hoffman Estates who is studying law at Depaul. Was a dominant force on the ice last night against the Flyers. You had a nice live look at Matt Morrow there. We have Depaul. Both teams are continuing to warm up here today. Again, Brock Ash had 4 total goals in that 16-3 win against the Lewis Flyers. So it's clearly someone who can continue on the offensive side. Flyers need to lock down on the defensive side of things. It will be very interesting today for the Lewis Flyers to see if they have any sort of success against a very strong Depaul Blue Demons team. And with that, we will have starting lineups in just a couple minutes along with the national anthem and some other stuff before the game. You're watching Flyers hockey right here on the Lewis University Television Network. Before the start of the game tonight, we have a very special Army contracting ceremony. We have Captain Billington here, who is an assistant professor of military science at Lewis University, to perform this ceremony along with Flyers very young Tyler Brown.
What that means is Tyler's going to serve in the Army as second lieutenant following
Everyone, and welcome to Callan Ice Sports, your home for Flyers hockey. Tonight's matchup is featuring the visiting Depaul Blue Demons and your Lewis Flyers. We are back for Game 2 of this series. We were here for Game 1 yesterday as the Depaul Blue Demons had an overwhelming victory against the Flyers in that one. 16-3 the final score. And we're back to see what will happen in game number 2. I'm flying solo here tonight as we have a face-off to the right-hand side of Mike Fisher. I'm not sure how much of that starting lineup you heard. We have Fisher and A.J. Grisbeck starting in that for the Flyers and for the Blue Demons. Big shot there from the point is turned aside by Fisher. Fisher can't find it, and they try and stuff it home. And that goes back out to Lee on the point. Down low now into the corner. Here's Health. He fans on a shot. Tyler Morfoot's able to clear that onto the near side. Here's Arkilla. He tries to chip it around the defenseman, Lee, who breaks that pass up. And here comes the Blue Demons back the other way. Health into the zone. Tries a shot. It's soaked up by Mike Fisher. And he will hold on. 18:57 left to go in period number 1. We're all tied up, 0 goals aside. If you miss the open, it will be very important for the Flyers to start with some high energy, bring high energy to the table almost immediately. You cannot give the Blue Demons any sort of room to expand their lead, right? So if they score a goal, the Flyers have to be able to bounce back relatively quickly. And ideally for the Flyers, they would want to score first, but if that doesn't happen, a big shot there is handled by Mike Fisher from number 92, Brock Ash. It will be very important for now. The Flyers have had a couple defensive opportunities. We've been mostly playing in their end for the first minute and 11 seconds. They'll look to get it out. We got Morrow out there along with Ligas and Jack Selman. Depaul wins that face-off. Back to Ash on the point. He walks the middle. That shot is blocked out in front. Kramer now in the corner. Sends it behind the net over to Pickens on the far side. Pickens stops it at the hash marks, loses it in his feet, and turns it over. Newton sends it behind the net for Depaul as they send it back up to the point to Salode. He tries a shot that's well wide of the net. That goes far side where it's received by Wazlu. Here come the Flyers now. Ligas tries to touch it ahead to Morrow, and he is unable to do so, and the Depaul Blue Demons will bring it back the other way. Selman forced to turn over and sends it, I believe, for the first time into Depaul's end. Ash tries a touch pass. It's broken up by Morrow. Here he comes now into Paul's end. Gets it poked away from him. Selman can't quite find it. Selman now forced another turnover. Here he comes. Jack Selman shot right into the breadbasket of number 42, A.J. Grisbeck, and he will hold on. 17 minutes and 59 seconds left to go in this first period. We're all tied up at 0 goals aside. Some life being shown by the Flyers here. We played a little bit in their end so far. The Flyers were able to at least get a shot off there, which isn't good. It's really hard for the Blue Demons to score when they're playing 200 feet away from the Flyers' goal. So any offensive zone time for the Flyers is very important. Here's the Blue Demons now. They send it far side over to the other defenseman. Here's Ernstine. He breaks it up. This absolutely stands up. Number 25, Ryan Plotke there as they bring it back the other way. Here's Presta into the zone, tries a shot, it's blocked. As they battle for it in the far side corner, Farrell leaves it for Presta. They try and go rink wide, it's broken up in the middle. Here's Hawkinson, goes rink wide over to Ernstine, and he will give it back to Gavin Hawkinson, who gets it poked away from him. And the Plotkin will bring it back now with a big hit there from Scotty Ernstine, trying to ignite his team a little bit. Another big hit. Flyers really throwing the body around in this first 5 minutes of this hockey game. Again, I think anytime, we talked about it in the open, it's very important for them to bring the energy early. And if they're able to do that by playing physical, well, that's something that works for me. Theodosopoulos tried to center it, but that was broken up by a nice stick from Mike Fisher. And Lee keeps the puck in. Shot is turned aside by Fisher. They have it now in the near side corner. Lee tries another shot, goes off the stick of Tyler Morfoot, and it sat right in front of Mike Fisher, who didn't quite know where it was, and they were able to fire that one home. That's Lucas Theodosopoulos with that goal. He had 1 goal yesterday, and he has opened the scoring for the Depaul Blue Demons. A little bit of a breakdown there for the Lewis Flyers, but it doesn't seem to be anyone's fault quite. I mean, the shot was blocked out in front. It kind of bounced around in the slot area. Fisher lost track of it and somehow ended up in the back of the net. So the Flyers now need to answer back relatively quickly. They cannot allow Depaul to have any sort of get on any sort of run like they did yesterday in the first period. By the end of the first period, the score was 5-0. The Flyers cannot allow that to happen here today. Here's Depaul now, just in front of the bench. Big hit there from Michael Ligas. Again, Flyers continue to throw the body around a little bit. Theodosopoulos can't quite walk Tyler Kramer, so Selman picks up the puck. Goes off the end boards, back to Kramer, who spins, looks for help. He's got a hard forechecking Depaul player right on him, A.J. Grisbeck. And, excuse me, that's not A.J. Grisbeck. He's playing goalie here today. Here comes Passion back into the zone. Tries a shot, goes off the left post. And that puck makes its way back out. Here comes Kramer, sends it up to Selman. That was about just in front of him. And they are unable to beat out that icing call. We'll see a face-off in the Flyers' end of the ice. That shot there from Passion went right off the left post. He somehow beat Mike Fisher, but got to hit the 4x6 opening to score a goal. So this game remains a one-goal game with 15 minutes and 35 seconds left to go in this first frame. Not quite sure what happened on that face-off. That puck was dropped and everyone kind of sat around. Big one-timer is just high of the net. And Depaul gets that rebound. Manarino tries to backhand saucer pass, but that's broken up by Josh McDonald. And Selman gets it out, avoids the hit, and the Flyers are able to change after that icing call. Here's Passion now. Tries to send it up. Just out of the reach, though, of Michael Health. And he will beat out the race for the icing. Health now in the far side corner, taken away by McDonald. Up to the point of Depaul, fans on a shot, tries again, misses the net wide. And that rebound is found again by the Depaul Blue Demons. Salo tries a shot, blocked out in front there by Braden Robertson. Here comes Scotty Ernstine back the other way. Player to watch for the Flyers. Ernstine still has it. Shot is blocked out in front by A.J. Grisbeck. And the Flyers did manage to get that rebound, but turn it over to Depaul. Here they go, try a long stretch pass, making a line change though, and so they send it just right back in their own zone behind Grisbeck. Here's Ernstine on the forecheck, can't quite find it, and Depaul goes rink wide over to Brock Ash. Brock Ash shot into the glove of Mike Fisher, who will hold on. 14 minutes and 16 seconds left to go in this first frame. Flyers down 1-0. Mike Fisher looking strong here in the open. Although he already did allow one goal, he still was able to bounce back after being pulled about halfway through the game yesterday. Paul tries a shot that's blocked out in front by Wilninski. Another shot is deflected out in front, and that one goes up into the protective netting. So we will see a defensive zone face-off here in the Flyers' end with just over 14 minutes left to go. Flyers yesterday had a very strong first period. I think out of the three periods, the first one was their best, though they did kind of fall apart about 10 minutes into that hockey game. So we'll see if they can keep it up the way that they're playing right now. As that pass was blocked out in front there, and Tyler Morefoot just comes in and tries to put Matt Nelson right on top of Mike Fisher, and the Flyers bench didn't quite like that one, but again, I feel if anyone's fault, that was Tyler Morefoot's for coming in and cross-checking the Depaul player right on top of Mike Fisher. But in any case, we'll see a defensive zone face-off in the Flyers zone. Flyers win that. Morrow does. It's turned over back to Newton, though. He skates it behind the net. Has a couple Flyers players on him. It looks like Morefoot and Ligas. Ligas will bring it out, and that's kept in on the point. Here's Brock Ash now on the far side, sends it down low to Newton. Newton has it, tries to center. It's intercepted up to the point. Shot from the top of the circles. It's blocked by Selman. They can't quite find it. Here comes Matt Morrow. He tries to feed Michael Ligas, and he could not find it. And Depaul will bring it back the other way. Matt Newton, has the puck. He tries a shot that's blocked out in front by Kramer. Side of the net opportunity. Hits the side of the net, though. And the Flyers are able to force that one out. There's Lee. Backhand saucer pass to Newton. Falling down, Jack Selman going bowling, taking out a couple Flyers players. And Matt Morrow will bring it back in. Morrow, drag move, shot is blocked out in front by Josh Maloney. And that puck will trickle into the near side corner. Here's Liam Farrell now. He had two goals yesterday, Liam Farrell did. He centers. Can't find anyone on that pass, though, so Chris Lee is back to receive it in his own end. He tries to pass. Nobody home on that one, though, and that will go far enough for an icing call. 12 minutes and 35 seconds left to go in this first period. Flyers down 1-0. Opportunity here for the Flyers. We got some tired Depaul players on the ice. They'll look to get something going. We got Ernsting, Hawkinson, as well as Josh McDonald on the ice. This was the powerhouse line we talked about yesterday. Ernsting wins that faceoff back to Hawkinson, who gets a shot. But this is the line I had high hopes for yesterday. I was talking to Cody about it on the broadcast. They played excellent here. This line for the Flyers was achieving a little bit of success, had some time in the offensive zone. So we'll see what they can accomplish in this game here today. Maloney now has the puck, has a couple Flyers players on him, eventually gets it to Chris Lee, and he will skate it out of his own zone. Lee looking to walk Tyler Kramer, who forces him to the outside. Chris Lee centering pass, nobody home on that one though. Another shot from the side of hash marks, doesn't quite make it to the net, and that puck comes into the near side corner. Here's Kramer, forces it off the boards, he skates it behind his own net, tries to hit McDonald with a pass, and that is deflected up into the protective netting in front of the viewing audience, so we will see a face-off. 11 minutes and 53 seconds left to go in this hockey game. Flyers down 1-0. Again, I like the way that the Flyers are playing. The most important thing for the Flyers right now is to keep it up, right? Keep the energy high. They need to control the game. They need to be the ones in charge. I've reiterated that multiple times, but that is the most important thing. They cannot allow Depaul to run away with it. As Wilninski battles for it, forces it out of the zone, and that comes turned around to Robertson, who sends it over to the far side. Here's Brian Gutt into the zone, is hit right off the puck and loses it. And that allows Depaul to get it back, and Brian Gutt playing a little physical. Again, they continue to throw the bodies around. Love to see that. Gets walked on the defenseman and tries a shot, but Mike Fisher is able to turn that one aside. That was Theodosopoulos who had that shot for the Depaul Blue Demons. As we have a traffic jam on the near side boards, eventually it comes out, makes its way almost out of the zone. It's kept in on the point by Ryan Grisbeck, and that allows Wasley to get it. He tries a centering pass, and that is broken up in the middle of the ice there by Chet Daker. Flyers send that puck all the way down, and we have an icing call on the play. 10 minutes, 49 seconds left to go in this hockey game. Flyers are down 1-0. Starting to play a little bit more on the Flyers end of the ice. Don't like to see that. The Flyers are doing an excellent job on the defensive side of things to limit Depaul's opportunities. They haven't really had that many high-quality scoring chances. We want to see them continue to play such lockdown defense in their own zone. Here's Depaul now. Bashan falls down on the play, sends it up to the point. Who sends it back down low. They try a centering pass, that can't find anyone, so Brian Gutt receives the puck and will just flip it out of his own zone, where it's received by Michael Helf. Helf now turns and burns. Here he comes into the Flyer zone, Michael Helf. Far side, tries a sharp angle shot. That's turned aside by Mike Fisher. Depaul now below the Flyers goal line. Billy Passion has it. He sends it up to the point. They walk to the middle. Here we go. Depaul still has it. Off to the near side. Shot is just wide of the net. He's looking at the top of the net, just above Mike Fisher's glove hand side. It was open, but he does have to hit the net to score a goal. Passion now on the near side. Tries a shot. It's blockered aside by Mike Fisher, who deflects it up into the protective netting with 9 minutes and 54 seconds left to go. Flyers down 1-0. That was an excellent save there by Mike Fisher. He did a great job tracking that puck, able to deflect it up into the netting, keep it out of the net, keep his team in this hockey game. We have a face-off coming up to his right-hand side right now. That's won by Depaul. Chris Lee has it on the hash mark, skates it down low, tries a centering pass, and that's paddled aside by Mike Fisher. Lee gets it back, though, tries to go around Ernsting, and he does. Chris Lee now below the Flyers goal line, has it, tries a centering pass, and that's broken up with an excellent stick from Logan Pickens. Ernsting turns around, leaves it for Pickens, or fakes him out, fakes out the defender and fakes out the commentator. Ernsting does, tries to feed McDonald. Here comes McDonald into the zone, tries a shot. Didn't get quite a lot on that because the stick of Josh Maloney was in the way. So AJ Grisbeck was able to track that one, and he will hold on. 9 minutes, 22 seconds left to go in this hockey game. In the first period, I should say. Flyers down 1-0. Big opportunity here again for the Flyers. We've got a brand new and some fresh legs for the offensive line coming on to the ice. We have Arkilla, Wilninski, as well as Brian Gutt for the Lewis Flyers. Quieted down a little bit there in the rink. Not as busy in Callan Ice Sports as it was today. The rink behind us, there's 3 sheets of ice in this beautiful facility that Lewis is able to play at. And the rink behind us has nobody on them. So it's been a little bit quiet. I can hear myself talking as the Flyers send that puck into their Depaul's end of the ice. Here's Chris Lee. He's got it. Somehow makes his way past 2 Lewis Flyers defense and powers through a hit from Logan Pickens. Here comes Lee into the zone. Tries a shot, deflected, rebound sat there. And Chucky Secor could not quite find that rebound. So Mike Fisher is able to keep that puck out of the net. 8:45 left to go in this first period. Flyers down 1-0. Fisher keeping his team in this hockey game right now, playing excellent. Bouncing back after being pulled yesterday. Robertson tries to send it up. Can't quite do so, and is kept in by Depaul. Here's Ernsting. He stops. Sending the boards there by Liam Farrell. And he somehow manages to come out with that puck. Ernsting tries the same thing he did yesterday. Goes off the frame of the goal and still has the puck. Tries a backhand saucer pass. And the Flyers eventually get that one out. League is in on the forecheck. Hits number 74, Michael Brass-Pinchek, right in the numbers. And so Michael Ligas will be going off 2 minutes for cross-checking on that play, giving Depaul their first power play of the day. This was another thing that we talked about in the open, trying to limit the power play opportunities for the Depaul Blue Demons. And the Flyers not doing that right now with this first penalty to Ligas. So we'll see what happens in this first power play for the Blue Demons. 8 minutes and 9 seconds left to go in this first period. Again, that penalty, Michael Ligas, 2 minutes cross-checking. Got the face-off to the left of Mike Fisher. Depaul does get that option, new rule as of last year in ACHA hockey. After the penalty, the offensive team, the non-penalized team, gets to the side of the ice that face-off is. Didn't really make much of a difference, though, because they couldn't get a shot off. They bring it back in. Michael Helf stops on the point, sends it down low, tries a give-and-go play, couldn't find Helf, and that puck makes its way all the way out to the center ice area. Maloney has it before checking Josh McDonald on him. Helf now sends it rink wide over the far side. They try give-and-go play. Backhand shot is turned aside by Mike Fisher. Depaul still has it. Helf now on the far side, sends it up to the point. They go rink wide to Lee on the near side. Lee across the ice, can't quite find Helf with that pass. And Helf eventually will pick it up. He goes cross ice to Lee. Lee now walks in, fans on a shot. And that allows Josh McDonald to send that puck all the way down. 1 minute left on the power play for the Blue Demons. 7 minutes and 6 seconds left in this first frame. Flyers doing an excellent job on this penalty kill, first penalty kill of the day, to limit the opportunities for the Depaul Blue Demons. That puck is poked away by Tyler Morefoot. Kept in, though, by Newton on the point. Ernsting right on him, giving him the business. Here's Depaul now down in the corner. Left hitch, fakes the drop pass. He still has it, goes far side. Brock Ash can't quite drag it around the defenseman, Tyler Kramer, who will send it all the way down. 25 seconds left to go on the power play for the Blue Demons. One last rush opportunity on this first power play as they turn it around. Here's Sam Sloat. He's got the puck. Skates it out of his own zone, sends it up to Ash, who will bring it into the Flyer zone. Brock Ash tries a shot, well wide of that net. And it goes to the far side where Marco Presta is there to stop it on the hash marks. That penalty to Ligas has expired. 5-on-5 hockey. See if the Flyers' momentum increases now after that penalty kill. Big hit there on number 24, Jake Wilninski, as the Depaul Blue Demons try a shot from the point. That was well wide of the net. Here's Tyler Kramer powering through a couple hits. Here's Ligas, fresh out of the penalty box. Sends it all the way in on goal to A.J. Grisbeck, right into his glove, and he will hold on. Kramer there giving the goaltender for Depaul a little bit of a snow shower on that one. And a couple players on Depaul's team didn't really like that play, but no harm, no foul, no penalty being called, so we will see a face-off in Depaul's end of the ice. 5 minutes, 41 seconds left to go in this first frame. Got Ernstine out there along with Hawkinson and McDonald. They lose that face-off though, and Depaul will send it into the Flyers' end of the ice. Flying poke check from Mike Fisher. He can't find it though. Luckily, either good to the Depaul player, and they retain possession. Up to the point. Shot deflected out in front. Depaul retains the rebound. Here they are now, the far side. Theodosopoulos tries a centering pass. Can't find anyone on that one. And Hawkinson will find it, sends it up to McDonald. He will bring it into Depaul's end of the ice. It's received by Seth Cohen. He tries to skate it out, but his stick got a stick on it there by Hawkinson. He leaves it off. Here's Depaul into the zone. Is pressured hard by Josh McDonald. Excuse me, that's not Josh McDonald, that's Braden Robertson. And Depaul brings it back in their own zone. Here's Selman, turnover. Can't quite do anything with it. Ligas now, shot on goal is deflected by the pad of number 42, A.J. Grisbeck, goaltender for the Depaul Blue Demons. We have a big hit there right in front of the Flyers bench. A whole slew of players making line changes. Depaul sends everyone back on the Flyers' end. Morrow now receives it, rings it around the boards up to Helf on the point, who is battling with Michael Ligas. Pass in front, excellent save there from Mike Fisher, as he stayed right with number 72, Billy Passion, to keep that puck out of the net. Mike Fisher demonstrating his tracking ability, able to fight through a couple players' screen, see that pass arrive on the stick of Billy Passion, and keep it out of the net to keep his team only down by 1 goal. 4:11 left to go in period number 1. Flyers down 1-0. Face off to the right of Fisher is won by Depaul. Up to the point, shot, deflected out in front. Fisher finds that one as well. Got a couple players in front of the net there. Jack Selman battling along with Passion of the Depaul Blue Demons, and Mark Marfis didn't like what he saw on that play, so we will be making a line change. 4:04 left to go in this first period. Face off again, won by Depaul. He holds it on the near side hash mark. Shot on goal is turned aside by Fisher, and they keep it in. Depaul now on the near side, sends it up to the point. He walks the middle, shoots, and that's deflected out in front of the net just wide. Helf sends it down low, down to Manarino, who sends it back to Helf on the far side hash marks. Wilninski can't quite poke it through, and Morpho will choose to send it all the way around the near side. Arkilla sends it up to Wilninski. He's into the Depaul zone. Wilninski tries a drag move and shot, but that is just wide of the net. Big hit there from Michael Helf will force a turnover. That allows the Blue Demons to get that puck out of the zone. Here's Billy Passion now into the Flyers' end. Pass to the center. Tries to find Michael Helf, who was tangled up with Tyler Morefoot. So no opportunity for the Blue Demons on that one. Backhand shot is deflected again by Tyler Morefoot out in front. And Depaul retains possession. Here's Manarino, goes up to the point to Lee. Can't quite find it. Lee still has it. Kramer eventually able to lift that one out of the zone. And that allows the Flyers to make a line change. Here's Chris Lee in the zone. Shot deflected by Tyler Morefoot again. Up into the protected netting. 2 minutes, 45 seconds left to go in this first period. Tyler Morefoot playing excellent on the defensive side of puck right there. He had, I believe, 3 separate blocks just on that shift alone. It's really hard to score a goal when the puck doesn't even make it to the goal mouth. So Tyler Morefoot doing everything he can to help out his goaltender, Mike Fisher. Face-off is trying to be won forward by Scotty Ernstine, but Depaul brings it back the other way. A shot is turned aside again by Fisher. And Flyers can't get it out. Slap pass to Brock Ash on the near side. He walks the defenseman, tries a shot off the blocker of Mike Fisher, who eventually keeps it out. Chris Lee sends it down low. to Depaul on the point. Brock Ash shot, saved by Fisher. Another save by Mike Fisher, and somehow that puck stays out of the net. An excellent stick there from number 58, Josh McDonald, possibly just saved a goal after a series of excellent stops by Mike Fisher. 2 minutes left to go. We'll see if the Flyers can score one before the end of this first period. After an excellent couple saves there from Mike Fisher, here comes Brock Ash now into the zone. In all alone on a breakaway. Ash tries another shot, and that's saved by Fisher again. Excellent play here from the Flyers goaltender towards the last couple minutes of this first period, as Depaul brings it back in the other way. Mike Fisher doing everything he can to give his team the best possible chance that they have in this hockey game. Ligas backhands it into Depaul's end. Ligas finds it, shot, another shot, third shot is no goal, waved off by the referee. I think anyone in this building would have saw the contact with goaltender AJ Grisbeck. And the Flyers believe that they have scored. We just saw the signal from the referee right there. Officially no goal on the play. Jack Selman, though, thinks that he scores. Flyers again playing off that momentum that we just talked about from Mike Fisher, going down, having a couple grade A scoring opportunities right there. However, their puck did not enter the net in a legal fashion due to the contact with the goaltender of the Depaul Blue Demons, AJ Grisbeck. So we do have a no goal being called on that play. Unfortunate for the Lewis Flyers again. I think the energy was high after those couple saves from Mike Fisher, but we saw that clearly. Puck went into the net, but just not in a legal fashion. So the Flyers will look to try and score a legal one before the end of this first period. We've got 1 minute, 27 seconds left to go. 87 seconds left in period number one. Come on, they have to use some of this momentum in their favor, right? They just scored a goal, was waved off. The energy is high. We've got to keep that energy level going for the last 87 seconds in this hockey game, in this period. Won by the Flyers, kept in, almost, by Logan Pickens on the point, just a little bit offside, so we will see a neutral zone face-off coming up just in front of the Flyers, or the Depaul Blue Demons bench. You got Matt Morrow, Jack Selman, and Michael Ligas out there for the Flyers. Big guns. They lose that face-off. Pickett's able to find it, though, and try and send it in, but a stick of Michael Health prevents that from happening, and that puck makes its way into Paul's bench. So we will see a face-off again just in front of Depaul's bench. Minute 16 left to go now. Again, the Flyers looking to score one before the end of this first period, as we're trying to get the correct amount of skaters back on the ice. Flyers currently have 4. And Brian Gutt will hop over to make that 5th skater. Wilninski out to take that draw, wins that face-off, back to Scotty Ernstine on the point. He goes rink wide over to McDonald on the far side. Josh McDonald into the zone, falls down on the play. And that allows the Blue Demons to almost send it out. It's kept in by Tyler Kramer. And that is again poked away by the Blue Demons. Ernstine, minute left to go in this first period. We have a little bit of contact happening before Scotty Ernstine, and a lot of people upset about that play as Depaul brings it back in. Saved by Mike Fisher. Oh my goodness, what a save by Mike Fisher on that play, as he somehow was able to slide over, use that powerful left foot extension. Flyers back the other way, try a shot, and that is saved by AJ Grisbeck. Here comes Depaul back the other way in 2-on-1. Billy Passion has it, fakes the shot, shot again. It deflected by Mike Fisher. Wow, what a series of events there for the Flyers. Mike Fisher had a couple excellent saves, huge hit there on Wilninski, shook him up a little bit. And we have a penalty now coming up to Wilninski. Lee into the zone, 8 seconds left, shot deflected from the blocker of Mike Fisher, as the physical play continues to pick up the end of this period. 1 second left to go. And we have a little bit of a gathering of players happening behind Mike Fisher. Jake Wilninski, I believe, will be starting this second period in the penalty box due to some retaliation penalty that he made on the far side of the Depaul blue line. However, more importantly for the Flyers, Mike Fisher having probably one of the best performances that I've ever seen out of him in that first period. Wow, he had a couple of excellent saves in that first period. And with that, we'll be coming back to period number 2 in just a couple minutes. Stay with us. And welcome back to the Lewis University Television Network. My name is Logan Kapp. We are here today at Canlan Ice Sports for Game 2 of the series between the Depaul Blue Demons and your Lewis Flyers. Flyers had an excellent first period, the best period of hockey that we've seen against Depaul as of late, at least out of the periods yesterday and today. I mean, the Flyers staying right with them, only allowing one goal in that first period. We've got a couple players in the penalty box, though, to start the play. We have number 24, Jake Wolninski, for the Lewis Flyers, who is sitting in the box as a result of that retaliation penalty that he took near the end of that first period. We also have the backup goaltender, Asher Matu, in the box for some reason, but maybe he's just looking for a seat. I don't know. He just didn't have anywhere to sit. He thought, hey, it's nice and warm in the penalty box. That's where I'm going to hang out. But in any case, the Flyers will be down on the kill for the first 2 minutes of the second period. They had one kill already, able to kill that one off without any issues. So they're going to look to do the same thing again as we drop the puck for period number 2. Paul wins that. Maloney now sends it up. Here comes Chris Lee on the far side, skates it into the Flyers' end. It's broken up by Kramer, who tries to send it all the way down. And a stick from one of the Depaul players sends it high into the air, and Ernstine was able to get that puck on goal. Here's Helf now, skates it up the near side, sends it rink wide over to Maloney on the far side. Maloney skates it into the Flyers zone, down into the corner, who will ring around the net to Michael Helf on the near side. Here's Helf, stops, tries a centering pass, can't find number 72, Billy Passion on that play. Depaul gets the rebound. Maloney now on the point, sends it back to Passion on the far side. He tries to go feed Helf in front of the net, but he could not find him. Chris Lee feeds Passion in front of the net. An excellent save there from Mike Fisher. As number 55, Brayton Robertson, comes in, plays the body a little bit. Number 72, Billy Passion. Fisher able to track that puck and keep it out of the goal, keeping his team at the 1-goal deficit. 57 seconds left to go on this power play for the Blue Demons. 18 minutes and 57 seconds left to go in this second period. Morrow now out there to take the face off. He wins it forward, Morrow does, but it is poked down in the Lewis Flyers corner. Here's Depaul now on the far side. They send it up to the point. Ash shot is deflected just wide of the net. And Depaul gets the rebound. They have on the far side corner down below the net. Got Mike Fisher working left and right. They turn and shoot off the logo of Mike Fisher. Another couple shots. And Depaul hammers that one home. That's number 7, Max Newton, who I believe got the final touch on that past Mike Fisher. Flyers not as successful on that penalty kill, allowing the Depaul Blue Demons to score, but that comes after a series of excellent stops from Mike Fisher. Again, probably the all-star standout for the Flyers thus far has been the goaltender, number 50, Mike Fisher, who has really been doing everything that he can to keep this team in the game. Coding now has it in his own zone, goes off the end boards on the far side. Morrow breaks it up and goes off the skate of the referee. Morrow's shot is off the crossbar, and that is able to be found by Cohen, who sends it rink wide. Here's McMaster, tries to hit Cohen again, but that's broken up in front of the net there by Chet Daker. And that puck is brought into the far side corner. I believe Pickens tried to send it hard around the back of the net, but Seth Cohen was standing right there. It deflects off of his stick and goes high into the air, into the rafters. And that will result in a face-off in the Lewis Flyers end of the ice. 17 minutes and 59 seconds left to go in this second period. Flyers now down 2-0. As the Flyers win that face-off. Here's Reedy, tries to beat the defenseman, but he skates it rink wide. McDonald now, shot is big right pad save there from goaltender A.J. Grisbeck. The Flyers keep that one in. Here's Ernstine now below the net of the Depaul Blue Demons. He's got it, looking for something to do with it. It gets poked off of his stick though, and Kramer comes back to receive it. Farrell now on his own blue line. Can't quite get it out. Here's Ernstine, turnover into Depaul's end. Ernstine's got it, shot, big pass, save there from A.J. Grisbeck. And that allows Depaul to skate it out of the zone. Here's Farrell, in on the far side, tries a shot, saved by Fisher. Another shot by Presta is again saved by Fisher. The Flyers try and force that one out, unable to do so. Depaul sends it into the far side where Liam Farrell gets it. And he's pressured by Brayden Robertson, but that pass is broken up by Scotty Ernstine. Fake shot on the point, shot again on the point is saved by Fisher. And eventually the Flyers are able to get that one out. A late hit there from Scotty Ernstine. No call in the place we play on. Paul's got it. Right in front of the net. Presta, shot, blocked out in front by Tyler Kramer. Pass up to the point now. Shot, again, is just wide of the net, and Health can't quite find the rebound. And here's Arkilla now, one of the goal scorers for the Lewis Flyers yesterday. Tries to hit Wilminski off the boards, and he's cross-checked right in his back. Again, no call, so we continue to play on. Michael Health has it in his own zone. Tries to find Chris Lee, who again goes rink wide. The big hit there from Wilminski on Health. And Blue Demons get it out. Here they are into the Flyers zone. He's got a couple Flyers players on him. Eventually Arkilla has it. Leaves it for Wilminski in the far side corner. He can't quite get it out. Up to Lee on the point. Lee feeds the front of the net. And an excellent save from Mike Fisher prevents any further opportunities on that one. Here's Depaul now. Maloney on the near side. It's taken away by Selman. Selman chips it, chases around the boards. Here comes Jack Selman into the Paul zone. Selman shot right into the glove of A.J. Grisbeck, and he's able to hold on for a face-off. Finally, some offensive prowess from the Flyers as Jack Selman was able to chip it around the defenseman of the Blue Demons, standing on the blue line, and get at least a shot off. They had a couple hard back-checking defensemen for the Blue Demons, but any shot is a good shot at this point in time. Flyers down 2-0. 15:37 left to go in this second frame. Flyers have the puck in the far in the near side corner. Now Ligas tries to center it out, but that's broken up by number 9, Chris Lee. Depaul brings it back the other way. Here's Newton now into the zone, leaves it for Ash, who shoots, and that is blocked out in front of the net there by Tyler Morefoot. Again, Tyler Morefoot playing excellently here today. Flyers turn it over. Shot is just high of the net. Brock Ash now on the near side hash marks, tries a centering pass, and that gets broken up by Matt Morrow. Morrow backhands it. It's gloved down by Maloney on the point. Here comes Morrow. He gets it back. Matt Morrow tries to stick it around. It's hip checked hard there by number 9, Lee. Morrow gets it back. Shot. Rebound couldn't quite be found by Jack Selman, who now has it. He tries a behind-the-back pass, but that's intercepted by Leptich. Depaul brings it back the other way. Here's Ash on the far side. Tries to feed Leptich, but can't quite find him on the centering opportunity, so that allows Jack Selman to get that puck out. Lee now goes rink wide. Up to Ash again. Got Farrell with him. Into the zone. Chris Lee tries a backhand shot, turned aside by Mike Fisher. Another shot. Goes off the skate of Tyler Morefoot standing right in front of the net. And Reedy is able to find that one and send it behind his own net. Up to Presta on the point. He sends it down low in the corner. Give it go. Shot. Can't quite find the net. So Reedy tries to chip it around the defenseman. Is unable to do so. And eventually, Ernstine's able to lift that one past the defenseman. But right back come the Blue Demons. They're in 2-on-1. Tyler Morefoot holding one back. Tries a centering pass. An excellent stick there from number 58, Josh McDonald. Prevented a scoring opportunity there. Paul now has it. Slap shot is saved by Fisher. Some more physical play from the Lewis Flyers right there. Scotty Ernstine giving the business to number 88, Plotkin of the Depaul Blue Demons. Again, Lewis trying to do anything they possibly can to swing the momentum back in their favor after Depaul has scored 2 goals in this just about first half of this hockey game. 13:40 left in period number 2. Paul wins that face-off. Health can't quite find it to shoot. He eventually gets it back. Michael Health on the face-off dot tries a shot, and that's turned aside by Mike Fisher. Salode now goes off the boards, back to Health. He wheels around. Shot on the ice is just about 2 feet wide of the net. That's again kept in by Salode on the point. Flyers Puck is sitting right in front of Mike Fisher. Centering attempt is broken up by Morefoot. And that puck goes high into the air and to Wasley back on the point. Here's Passion, sends it down low. Broken up again from a nice stick from Tyler Morefoot. And Depaul has it again, helps. Big slap shot as a headhunter on that one. It was just a couple feet high of the net. Here's Arkilla, trying to get something going for his team. Can't quite get around Michael Health, though. The Flyers get it back. Here's Brian Gutt. He's got it. Centering pass. Shot is just wide of the net. And that puck is broken up by Logan Pickens. Pass in front of the net to Brian Gutt, who can't find it. Eventually gets the shot up. Another shot is blocked out in front. A third shot is into the net. Brian Gutt has opened the scoring for the Lewis Flyers after they had a series of excellent opportunities right there. Nice to meet you, Brian Gutt has opened the scoring for the Flyers with 12 minutes and 25 seconds left to go in this second period. The score is now 2-1. Flyers looking fantastic on that one. Having, again, after a series of plays in their own end of the ice, turn it around and bring it right back to Depaul's end. Flyers are going to look to score another one here, at least before the end of this second period. They're now only down by 1 goal. Maloney tries a shot that's blocked by Wolninski. Renewed sense of life in the Flyers now, even just in this first couple seconds of the shift after the goal. Big shot is blocked again out in front. Flyers can't find it. Big block out in front there by Gutt. Gutt playing on both sides of the puck. Offense and defense. And apparently a little bit of a breakdown happened for the Lewis Flyers there, so Depaul is able to pot that one. That looks like it was number 18, Seth Cohen, who found the net on that play. As I was saying, though, Brian Gutt having an excellent second period right now. Scored the goal. He's playing in the defense, in the offensive zone, all over the ice. We're seeing number 81. We'll see what he can do in this as we enter the second half of this game. Michael Ligas forces the turnover. Saucer pass could not be handled there by Jack Selman, so Depaul sends it back in. Tyler Kramer goes high off the glass, tries to find Ligas, who's breaking. He's able to force it into Depaul's end. Maloney, pressured by Morrow, sent behind Depaul's net. Up to Theodosopoulos, who tries to make his way around Pickens into the Flyers' end of the ice. He's hit hard there by Tyler Kramer, and Selman now has the puck behind Mike Fisher. Selman battles hard with Theodosopoulos, and eventually Depaul comes away with the puck. Here's Brock Ash, leaves it for Theodosopoulos out in front, and he can't quite find the net. So the Flyers will skate it out. Newton now got the puck in his own zone, got Matt Morrow right on him. The Flyers are looking to continue some of their momentum right now. We've got a couple of penalties being handed out by Tyler Kramer and number 9, Chris Lee of the Depaul Blue Demons. That they had a little bit of some words exchanged there at just about the far side of the center red line. And so they will each sit for 2 minutes. Assumingly, we will be playing 4-on-4. As we have just about 10 minutes and 53 seconds left in this second period. We will see some 4-on-4 hockey. Lots of open ice out there for the Flyers now and the Depaul Blue Demons, with only 8 skaters on the ice. Lots of space for people to do whatever it is that they want. Looks like we have Ernstine, McDonald, Tyler Morefoot, and number 76, Adam Petrovic, out there for the Flyers, along with Wazlu, Leptich, and Sam Salode for the Depaul Blue Demons, along with Brock Ash. So we got 8 of the top skaters of the game here today. Depaul wins that Leptich over to Ash on the far side. Ash shot is saved by Mike Fisher. An excellent right pad save there. Here comes the Flyers back the other way. Scotty Ernstine tries to spin around, but Brock Ash's stick was right there, and it was unable to do so on a stick from Scotty Ernstine. Almost put that puck right in. Ernstine forces the turnover, is lined up by Brock Ash, but sidesteps the hit. Here comes Brock Ash now. He skates the puck through the neutral zone and into the Flyers zone. Ash, shot is well wide of the net. That makes its way up and out of the zone, where Wasley was back to receive it for the Blue Demons. He goes rink wide over to Sam Salode. He circles behind his own net, wait for his team to step up. And Salode will skate it now into the Flyers zone. Far side, Salode goes for a skate around the net, cuts hard, tries a backhand shot, and that's easily handled by Mike Fisher, who will hold on. 9 minutes and 57 seconds left to go in this second period. Lewis Flyers down now, 3-1. Like I said, lots of open ice out there. That's allowed a couple fast break opportunities for both teams during this 4-on-4 situation. We've got just over a minute left. We'll see what happens during that time frame. McDonald sends it behind the net. Again, some more bodies being thrown around out there. Eventually it makes its way back to Chet Daker, who sends it out of the Flyers end of the ice. Morrow now into the Depaul's end, stops. Got nobody with him though. Sends it area pass for Jack Selman, who tries a slap shot, and that's blocked. And here comes Health back the other way. He's in all alone on a breakaway. Michael Health, stop, shoots, and scores. Just past Mike Fisher on that fast break opportunity. Michael Health does to bring his team up 4-1. And that goes back to what I was saying about all that open ice out there. He blocked the shot and was able to get in behind the Flyers defense. And that allowed him to have a grade A scoring opportunity on the breakaway and eventually score that goal to take his team up to 4-1 lead. 9 minutes and 27 seconds left to go in this second period. 34 seconds remaining on the penalties to both Tyler Kramer and Chris Lee. As Ernstine battles hard for it in the far side corner. Eventually Maloney comes out with the puck. Dancing around the referee. Maloney is. He tries to hit a fast-breaking number 88 Plotkin there. That's broken up by Logan Pickett, who sends it back into Paul's end. Ball tries to send it out. It's broken up by Brayden Robertson, who gets a shot on goal. Another shot from Robertson is blocked out in front. Here comes DePaul back the other way. Plotkin, penalties, the offsetting penalties are over. Here they are. Big shot is right into the glove of Mike Fisher, who holds on. 8 minutes, 45 seconds left to go in this second period. Penalties have expired. We've got some 5-on-5 hockey happening. Right now, we got a face-off coming up to the right-hand side of Mike Fisher. After, again, I think Fisher is definitely holding his own in this game here today. He's played excellently so far. We've talked about him multiple times. Big point shot is well wide of the net. But as I was saying, Mike Fisher really giving his all in this matchup today. Game 2 of the series between DePaul and Lewis. Morrow can't quite find that puck. So Selman will send it down low to Ligas. Ligas tries to send it out front, but that's broken up there by Liam Farrell, who is hit by Jack Selman, and eventually that puck makes its way over to the far side. Here's Plotkin, sends it up to Presta of DePaul, and he will skate it into the Flyers end. Presta, shot well wide of the net. That goes to Ligas on the far side, who will send it out. Kramer on the forecheck for the Flyers. He's battling Eric Coding. Huge hit there from Tyler Kramer on Eric Coding. Kramer trying to change the momentum around as DePaul brings it back in. He's in all alone on a breakaway. Plotkin is an excellent back check there from Tyler Kramer. How you doing, Kramer? As he's playing on both sides of the puck again. Paul has it off the crossbar. That puck beat Mike Fisher, not the post though. And Presta keeps that puck in. Kramer now in the far side corner. Sends it up to Wilninski, who brings it into the zone. Jake Wilninski, centering pass, can't quite find Alex Arkilla. And so DePaul will bring it back out. Theodosopoulos now, his hip check there by Kramer. Renewed sense of life by the Flyers. Big hit there from Chet Daker as the DePaul Blue Demons play catch behind their own net. And another hit there by Theodosopoulos on Chet Daker. And both teams continue to battle for it in the near side corner. Theodosopoulos now tries a centering pass, and that's broken up by Kramer. Another shot is saved by Mike Fisher. Here comes Chet Dacre, goal scorer for the Flyers. Excuse me, that's not Chet Dacre, that's Brian Gutt. Shot right into the glove of A.J. Grisbeck, and he will hold on for a defensive zone faceoff. Tyler Kramer having an excellent shift right there. Before the game, Tyler Kramer did have his Army contracting ceremony. We have Captain Billington here from the, who is a professor, who is an assistant professor of military science, who was here to perform that ceremony along with Tyler Kramer. You know, a renewed sense of life in Kramer today. Energy is high, looking to do everything he can to give the Flyers the best possible opportunity to win. As Ernstine has the puck now. Hesitates, gives it to Tyler Morfoot, who sends it high off the glass. And that goes far enough for an icing call. 6 minutes and 14 seconds left to go in this second period. Lewis Flyers are down 4-1. Scoring recap on the day so far. Lone goal for the Flyers coming from number 81, Brian Gutt. Goals for the Depaul Blue Demons coming from number 7, Matt Newton, number 8, Michael Helf, number 13, Lucas Theodosopoulos, and number 18, Seth Cohen. As we enter the final 6 minutes of this game, Flyers look to get at least one more. Big shot from the Depaul Blue Demons right there. It's turned aside by Mike Fisher. I believe that was Brock Ash right there who had that puck. But again, Fisher has been outstanding in the game so far. He only allowed 4 goals on a flurry of opportunities from the Depaul Blue Demons. But he is playing excellent here today. Probably one of the best games that I've ever seen out of him. Flyers win that faceoff. Kramer can't quite get it into the air. So that's brought in by Michael Helf. Depaul now brings it behind the net, tries to center it out to Passion, but he can't quite find it. Kept in on the point. Depaul now behind the net, tries a shot, and that stick from Matt Morrow sends that puck up to the point, where it's kept in on the point by Depaul. They skate it down below the goal line, and that's being closed off by Tyler Kramer. And Depaul eventually gets that puck back. Down low now, number 16, Danny Manarino. Battles with a couple Flyers player. Eventually Manarino comes out with it. Centering pass, can't quite find Michael Help. So that goes back up to the point. Here's Eric Coding, tries a shot that's blocked by Kramer out in front. Here comes Tyler Kramer now. Kramer, saucer pass in the middle was to no one. And that forces that puck back out to Logan Pickens in the neutral zone. And he sends it up into the protected netting with 5 minutes and 4 seconds left to go in period number 2. Flyers down 4-1. We'll see where the ensuing face-off is. So it looks like it'll be just outside the Lewis Flyers zone. And again, the Flyers doing an excellent job to limit the opportunities so far of Depaul. Granted, we've played had a lot of time in Lewis Flyers' end of the ice. But the Flyers, in my opinion, have done an excellent job limiting those opportunities. Help! An excellent save there from Mike Fisher, flashing the leather a little bit. As that's been a big part of their defense. Number 50 in white, Mike Fisher. As Michael Helf now has it. Kept in by Waslin on the point. Flyers eventually do get to send it out. They go rink wide. Paul now finds it into the zone. Help, big shot is saved again by Mike Fisher. An excellent save again by Mike with the left pad from Mike Saber. Sliding from his right to left. Making that save on that odd man break opportunity. 4 minutes and 23 seconds left to go in this second period. Flyers still down 4-1. It's really important for the Flyers right now to try and get one before the end of this second period. Try and take something into the locker room as they lose that faceoff in their own zone. Dacre gets it up to Ernstine, to Reedy on the point, excuse me, and they send it out. Maloney now for Depaul, sends it up to Chris Lee. We got Jack Reedy coming in a million miles an hour trying to make that hit, couldn't do so. At the Physical play again, picking up for the Flyers. Maloney sends that rink wide into the far side corner, where it's received by number 68, Chet Daker, who hits the referee on the play. And Ernstein will slow it down in his own zone. Here's Scotty Ernstein. Speeding up, turns it over, right on his own blue line to Farrell, who sends it far side, and that's blocked out in front there with an excellent stick from Josh McDonald up into the protective netting. So we will see a face-off in the Flyers' end of the ice. 3 minutes and 34 seconds left to go in this second period. The Flyers down 4-1. Love to see the Flyers trying to pick up the physical play, doing anything they can to swing the momentum back in their favor, given a renewed sense of energy into the Flyers lineup. Depaul now sends it down low. Petrovic rings it back around his own net, and that's sticked up by Michael Ligas, as Depaul Theodosopoulos has it and gives it to Tyler Morefoot now in the far side corner. Michael Ligas has the puck. Here comes Ligas. Tries to go saucer pass over to Matt Morrow, who brings it in near side. Morrow beats the defenseman, walks, shoots. Excellent save there from A.J. Grisbeck, as he's got Jack Selman hard crashing right in his business. But the defenders for Depaul will make sure that nothing out of the ordinary goes on, as A.J. Grisbeck was able to cover up, keep that puck out of the net. 3 minutes, 1 second left to go in period number 2. We will see a face-off to the right of A.J. Grisbeck. Opportunity for the Flyers, trying to put the puck in the back of the net again before the end of this second period, as that puck makes its way on the far side corner. The line that we talked many times about. Here's Brian Gutt on the far side, lone goal scorer for the Flyers. Sends it rink wide over to Petrovic. He tries to put it on net, and that was well wide. Gutt keeps it down low. Can't quite find anyone in the middle, and that allows Brock Ash to bring it around and beat Tyler Morefoot. Here's Ash in all alone on the breakaway, and that's turned aside by Mike Fisher. Back checking Tyler Morefoot, almost put that puck in his own net, but no harm, no foul on that one, as both teams continue to battle for it in the far side corner. Here's Tyler Morefoot. He rings it around the near side boards, up to the point to Salode, and he tries a shot. And an excellent stick there from Scotty Ernstein prevents any sort of opportunity, any sort of scoring opportunity on that play, because that puck found its way into the rafters here at Carolina Sports. So we will see a face-off. 2 minutes, 8 seconds left to go in this second period. Flyers down 4-1. Matt Morrow out there to take this face-off against number 8, Michael Held. Morrow wins that face-off back to Kramer, who brings it around the boards. They try that set face-off play up to Ligas. Will he weed out the icing? No icing on the play, Michael Ligas. Excellent speed shown there from number 19 in white. Here's Morrow. He's got it down below the Depaul goal line. And eventually Health will bring it out. Big hit there from number 19, Michael Ligas, on number 8, Michael Health. Allows Health to now bring it back into the zone. Health, broken stick on the ice. Paul has it, tries to go upstairs on Mike Fisher, just over the net though. That's kept in on the point. Some contact being had here between both teams. Danny Manarino turns it over to Kramer, who sends it up to Josh McDonald. McDonald with speed into Paul's end of the ice. Tries to cut to the middle. Shot on goal is, I believe, hit the side of the net by Josh McDonald. And A.J. Grisbeck will hold on. 1 minute and 11 seconds, 71 total seconds left in this second period. Again, Flyers playing pretty good in the latter half of this second period. Picked it up a little bit after a couple goals from the Depaul Blue Demons. Depaul wins that faceoff. Maloney sends it behind his own net. As Preston now brings it into the Flyers zone. He shoots. Big blocker save there from Mike Fisher. Kramer now turns it over to his own zone. Paul still has it. Centering pass. Can't quite find anyone. Here comes Brian Gutt with speed. 48 seconds left to go. He's the lone goal scorer for the Flyers. We got a penalty coming up now to the Depaul Blue Demons, as Josh McDonald was taken down on that odd man break opportunity. Now we have a huge opportunity coming up for Lewis Flyers. We have some words being exchanged by a couple members of the Flyers and a couple members of the Depaul Blue Demons. Huge opportunity now for the Lewis Flyers with just over 41 seconds left to go in this second period, excuse me. That was number 26, Josh Maloney, who took that holding penalty. Holding is what it's called, so we will see a power play continue into period number 3. That's assuming that Lewis doesn't score right here. Ernstine has the puck behind the net. Scotty Ernstine sends it up the point to Kramer. Fakes a slap shot back to Ernstine on the far side hash mark. Ernstine turns, shoots, goes bar down on AJ Grisbeck. And he has scored goal number 2 for the Lewis Flyers. Just 15 seconds into that power play, Scotty Ernstine goes bar down on AJ Grisbeck, decreasing that deficit to only 2 goals with just about 26 seconds left in this second period. What a shot by Matt Ernstine. Not Matt Ernstine, Scotty Ernstine, that's his brother. They, looks like, I mean, I don't know, some kind of rocket left the stick of Scotty Ernstine as Gut sends that puck in. 15 seconds left to go in this second period. Gut on the forecheck, gets the puck, leaves it for Pickens. He tries a centering pass, no one home though. And we have a couple, Manarino tries to bring it into the Flyer zone as time expires. And that's what the Flyers were looking for at the end of that second period, score that late period goal. Like I said, bring some of that momentum into the locker room. Scotty Ernstine doing best that he can do that, and he did that by scoring a goal. Again, I think the standout player for the Flyers thus far has been number 50, Mike Fisher. He has played excellently here in the game so far today. We'll see what period number 3 brings in just a couple minutes. Stay with us right here on LUTN. And welcome back to the Lewis University Television Network. Logan Kapp here for period number 3. Flyers scoring right at the end of that second period. Scotty Ernstine went bar down on goaltender A.J. Grisbeck to take his team back to only being down by 2 goals. Flyers looking to continue some of that momentum into this third period. Hopefully whatever message head coach Mark Marfise gave to them in between periods will hit home and allow them to climb out of the hole that they are in. Depaul now, Passion, tries to go rink wide, hits Jack Selman. And Selman has a stick slashed out of his hands, no call in the play, so we continue to play on. Health now will send it high into the air, into the Flyers zone, where number 46, Tyler Kramer, will get it up. It's kept in though on the point. Excellent step block shot there from Kramer. Eventually, finally gets out by the stick of Jack Selman. Michael Ligas on the forecheck, big hit. Almost forced to turnover. Here's Matt Morrow. He's trying to center it out, but that's paddled aside there by A.J. Grisbeck. Flyers still have it. Ligas lines it up, tries to find Jack Selman. And we've got Matt Morrow down on the ice, laboring. Not quite sure what happened there, but he makes his way off the ice. Flyers now have the puck. Grisbeck will find it and cover up for a face-off with 18 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in period number 3. Not quite sure what happened there as Matt Morrow, again, not a player that you want to see laboring for the Flyers. Possibly took a stick up near the neck area underneath his cage. Looks like he's still on the bench though, so hopefully he will be okay as both teams continue to battle for it in the near side corner. Here's Gutt. He sends it down low over to Wilninski on the far side. And eventually the Blue Demons will send it out. Here comes Leptich now into the Flyers zone. He drives down low, tries to leave it out front for Newton, and that's turned aside by Mike Fisher. Morefoot goes rink wide, hits the skate of Alex Arkilla. Oh, and then we have an icing on the play, even though, in my opinion, the forechecking Alex Arkilla won that race, but obviously not in the opinion of the linesmen. It looks like we're going to have a conversation now between the referees to determine where exactly we're going to have that face-off. Saw this happen a couple times yesterday when the officiating staff errs in making that icing call. There will be ensuing face-off will be at center ice, but obviously it was not determined that that happened here, so we will see a face-off to Mike Fisher's left. Flyers win that one. It's turned over though. Paul tries to send it out front. Big slap shot from the point is just wide of the net. That puck is rung all the way down back into Depaul's end where Chris Lee is back to get it. Hard forechecking Scotty Ernstine right on him. Lee now with speed into the Flyers zone on the far side. Beats Daker, tries to go upstairs on Fisher, but he shuts the door. Flyers turn it over behind their own net. Eventually, Plotkin tries to go rink wide. Liam Farrell now sends it behind the Flyers goal up to the point, and that will make its way out into the neutralized zone. Chris Lee now has it again and sends it back in the Flyers zone, hits the referee. So that allows Brayton Robertson to get it and send it behind his own net. Daker sends it up to McDonald. White rode on the dasher board right behind him there. Makes his way back over to Chet Daker. Tries to hit a fast-breaking Michael Ligas on the breakaway, but Ligas couldn't find it. Flyers force turnover. Marl, big shot is off the pad of A.J. Grisbeck, and the Flyers still have it. Big hit there from Jack Selman as he gives it to Pickens on the point. Ligas leaves it in front. Selman tries a shot, and that gets blocked. As Lee will bring it back to the Flyers zone. Fake slap shot is sticked aside by Mike Fisher. Lee gets the puck back. Got it on the far side, hit by Selman. Hit again by Selman. And that forces that puck just about out of the zone. Eventually Selman kicks it. And the Depaul Blue Demons will bring it back. Here they come into the Lewis's end. Feeds the middle. And that's broken up by an excellent stick from Alex Arkilla right there. Some energy being shown by the Flyers. Kramer sends it with speed into Depaul's end, where he falls down on the play. Tyler Kramer does, and Chris Lee's right on him. As we have possibly a Flyer player down. That looks like Tyler Kramer in the near side corner, who is slow to get up. But he does eventually get up under his own power, and we will see a face-off, possible out-of-play situation right there. So I believe we will see a face-off to the left of Alex Grisbeck. With 15 minutes and 53 seconds left to go in this hockey game. Flyers are down 2-4. Reedy sends it down low. Skates it behind the net. Has got Sam Salode right on him as he continues to battle for it behind the net. Eventually DePaul gets it and will send it out. That puck makes its way all the way off the end boards, and that makes its way to Mike Fisher as Petrovic has words with one of the members of the DePaul Blue Demons. Mike Fisher will cover up. It looks like that is Danny Manarino, who's discussing what had just happened, presumably with number 76, Adam Petrovic. Flyers had a renewed sense of life again towards the end of that second period. Slowed down a little bit as a result of that intermission, but looking to turn it back around today. Ernstine tried to take it in, but Josh McDonald was about 10 feet offside, so we will see a face-off just outside the DePaul end of the ice. 15:24 left to go in period number 3. Goals for the Flyers coming from Brian Gutt, Scotty Ernstine, and goals for the visiting DePaul Blue Demons from Matt Nelson, Michael Helf, Lucas Theodosopoulos, and Seth Cohen. Here's Scotty Ernstine now. He's played excellent today and yesterday. Was the player to watch for me today. Had an excellent bar down goal. Tyler Morfoot fans on that pass. Was forced to ring it around the boards to the near side. Reedy tried to poke it ahead. Is kept in by Salode on the point. Petrovic now battles for it. Shot is off the side of the goal. And DePaul brings it out. Salode tries to, can't walk Reedy. Here comes Jack Reedy. He's got Matt Morrow with him in 2-on-1. Jack Reedy goes on the ice right to AJ Grisbeck, who turns that aside. And that very dangerous opportunity is easily handled by the goaltender for the DePaul Blue Demons, so they will bring it out the other way. Salode now has the puck, turns it over to Ligas. Ligas into the DePaul end, turns it back over. Here comes Michael Helf. He's into the Flyer zone. Passion has it now. Shot goes upstairs on Mike Fisher, and he's taking his team up 5-3. It's number 72, Billy Passion, who used that momentum that the Flyers had in his own favor on that odd man break opportunity. Went upstairs on the blocker side of Mike Fisher. So with 14 minutes and 15 seconds, 14:15 left in this third period, the Flyers are now down 5-3. The Flyers have any hope of coming back in this hockey game, they're going to need to do so, start doing so relatively quickly. Running out of time in this third period. We'll see what happens. Wilminski sends it down low behind AJ Grisbeck. Gutt fans on a pass, and that allows DePaul to skate that puck out of the zone. Backhand pass over to Brock Ash on the far side is broken up by Logan Pickens, who sends it high off the glass. Back into DePaul's end. Here's Marcelletti. Touch pass up into the neutral zone. Brock Ash toe drags around one, tries a shot that's just wide in the net. Newton sends it around the Flyers' goal as he battles with Tyler Kramer. Eventually that puck makes its way back out to the DePaul blue line, where they send it to Tyler Kramer. Kramer tries to hit a fresh Josh McDonald, and Tyler Kramer right there, excuse me, not Tyler Kramer, Chet Daker is hit very hard by number 92, Brock Ash, as they take that puck in offsides. Now we have Chet Daker exchanging pleasantries with number 10, Liam Farrell of the Depaul Blue Demons. And it looks like we'll have a face-off just outside the Lewis Flyers' end. Good thing the Flyers are able to keep their emotions in check. Again, we talked about it multiple times on the day today. They don't want to give the Lewis Flyers, or the DePaul Blue Demons, any opportunity to go onto the power play. They have one power play goal so far, the Blue Demons do. Want to try and limit those chances as much as possible. DePaul wins that face-off. Reedy tries to send it up. Can't do so. Here comes DePaul back into the Flyers' end. They try a nice drag move. Can't get a shot off, though. Shot on the ice is paddled aside by Mike Fisher. Here comes McDonald out of the zone with speed in 3-on-2. Over to Ernsting on the far side. Ernsting tries a nice flip move and kind of loses handle on it, and that allows the DePaul Blue Demons to bring it back the other way. Liam Farrell, shot from the blue line, is handled easily by Mike Fisher. Farrell again, slap shot, gets in behind Mike Fisher, but somehow it stays out of the net. And that puck goes all the way down for an icing call. A little bit of confusion there from the Lewis Flyers as that puck was iced. So they got to make sure all the correct players were on the ice right there. As we prepare for a face-off to the right-hand side of Mike Fisher. So I don't know how that puck didn't go in the goal at the shot from Liam Farrell. He was almost parallel with the goal line and somehow made its way either between Mike Fisher's legs or behind his back. But again, it's really hard to score from below the goal line, and that's where Liam Farrell was. So Laszlo now on the point, sends it down low. Over to Seth Cohen, who turns it over to Matt Morrow, and he will skate it out of his own zone. Sauces it into the air, but that's turned over to Sam Slode of the DePaul Blue Demons, and they will bring it in. McMaster battles for it with Chet Daker. Flyers now skated in. Here they come, 4-on-2. The Flyers are. Shot is into the net! Adam Petrovic has scored the goal to bring his team back to a 2-goal deficit. That is his first goal for the Lewis Flyers. Congratulations to Adam Petrovic. Excellent shot right there. Scoring a key goal for the Flyers in this game. If they have any hope of coming back, Adam Petrovic has now opened the door for them with that shot that maybe caught goaltender AJ Grisbeck a little bit off guard. And we will now see what happens. Passion now leaves it in the middle. Shot is blocked out in front by Logan Pickens. And a renewed sense of energy from the Lewis Flyers. Now that puck took a crazy hop off the stanchion. DePaul still has it. Goes far side to the point. Tries a shot right into the glove of Mike Fisher, who will hold on. 11 minutes and 19 seconds left to go in this third period. Flyers now down by only 2 goals. They got to take this momentum and run with it, right? It is key now for the Flyers to get one within the next couple minutes. Continue that momentum. Swing the momentum pendulum back in their favor. As that set face-off play tries to see Josh McDonald sent ahead. McDonald forced that turnover, almost, but he's pressured hard by Chris Lee of DePaul. Tries a shot, Logan Pickens does, and that somehow found McDonald, who that's patted aside by AJ Grisbeck. Flyers now, you can see the momentum that they have gained from that goal from Adam Petrovic. Kramer backhands that puck, is gloved ahead by number 25, Ryan Plotke, and that has been ruled to be a hand pass. So we will have a face-off. All the way down, I believe, is where that face-off location should be. Result of the NCAA rulebook usage in the ACHA, that rule says that That puck should be all that because of the hand pass violation. That should be just outside the blue line of the Depaul Blue Demons. Flyers working hard, battling for it on the near side corner, and Jake Wilninski was just offsides on that play. Lewis Flyers coach is not happy about that call, but again, nothing we can do about it from this side of the ice. The man with the stripes is the only decision that matters, as the ball wins that face-off, but it's turned over to the Flyers. Here's Gutt, he sends it down low. Falling down, Wilninski can't find it. That allows Depaul to send it up. Brock Ash turns it over to Brian Gutt, who now has the puck on the near side corner. Shot from Wilninski on the hash marks. Is kept in on the point there from Braden Robertson. Wilninski finds a backhand shot, is just high of the net. Robertson now tries a shot deflected out in front, but I believe it was still wide. And that puck is kept in right here as a couple players continue to battle on the far side. And that puck is sent up to Brock Ash. He's into the Flyers zone, leaves it in front. Left pitch, excellent save there from Mike Fisher. Here we go. A huge high hit right there by number 7, Newton, on number 12, Alex Arkilla, and he'll be sitting down for possibly longer than 2 minutes. That hit was high and directly to the head. So we'll see what the call is. Again, my opinion is my opinion, but the only opinion, the man's opinion that matters is the one wearing the stripes with the orange armband. So we'll see what they have to say about it as they are discussing it now just in front of us here at Gallon, just in front of the official scorer. They're going to talk about it, determine what penalty will be called. But Mike Fisher, again, wow. That's all I have to say about his play so far today. An excellent save there. Again, giving his team the best possible chance that he can to win. Right? We'll see now the momentum that they gain from this power play, the Flyers, as we are discussing it with the referees and the captains. We got number 92, Brock Ash, and number 9, Matt Morrow there for both teams receiving the lowdown from the gentleman wearing the orange armbands. So we'll see. Again, we got 5 minutes on the clock for a power play for the Flyers. Huge opportunity now for the Flyers. As that major penalty, the Flyers can score as many times as they want. And so only being down by 2 goals, this is the opportunity that the Flyers need to come back in this hockey game. Score early and score a lot. Those are the 2 things that I have to say about what they need to do on this upcoming power play. Major penalty given to number 7, Matt Newton, assumingly for head contact or contact to the head. In any case, the Flyers will have a 5-minute power play starting right now. Ernstein wins that face-off, and Depaul sends that one all the way out. Flyers do have to be careful, though. A couple times yesterday, the Flyers allowed a shorthanded goal at the hands of the Depaul Blue Demons, so they'll have to look to not do that today. If they have a turnover there behind their net, eventually they get it back. Here comes Ernstein with speed. They're in 3-on-2. Ernstein, stick handles, loses handle on it, though, and they can't quite send it out. Tyler Kramer, big slap shot is right into the logo of A.J. Grisbeck, and he will hold on. 4 minutes, 24 seconds left on the power play for the Flyers. 9 minutes and 7 seconds left on the power play, on the game here today in the 3rd period. Flyers win that faceoff up to Kramer on the point. Tyler Kramer walks to the middle. Flyers, Morrow tries a shot, big left pad save there. Can't quite be kept in by Tyler Kramer. And he took down Brock Ash in the process. No call on the play, so we play on. Here comes Selman. He sends it into the Depaul zone. Found by Maloney. He turns it over to Morrow, who keeps it in. Matt Morrow sends it down low. Leaves it for Selman. Selman's got it below the Depaul goal line. Tries to center, can't find anyone though. And Kramer now has it on the point. Tries to spin around. He still has it. Tyler Kramer does. And they turn it over. An excellent stick there from Tyler Kramer. Prevents a breakaway for number 92, Brock Ash. Not the player that you want going in all alone. An excellent stick there from Tyler Kramer. Prevents that opportunity. 3.5 minutes left on this power play for the Flyers as they set up in their own defensive zone. Here comes Ligas with speed into the Depaul's end. Weaves, bobs and weaves these for Morrow. Big shot is just off the pad of A.J. Grisbeck. And they continue to battle for it now in the far side corner. It's pinned up against the boards by Michael Ligas. Matt Morrow can't quite get the puck out as they're just trying to kill off some time on this penalty kill. They continue to battle for it. Eventually it's found by Ernstein. Here's Scotty Ernstein, sends it down low to Ligas. Sends it back to Ernstein in the slot. Big shot is just wide of the net. And Brian Gutt keeps it in, and eventually Depaul gets it back, and they try and send it in. Can't quite find anyone on the pass, though. We've got just about 3 minutes left on the power play for the Flyers. Here's Tyler Kramer. Sends it far side over to McDonald, who enters the zone. Wilninski now shot right into the breadbasket of the goaltender for Depaul. That would be number 42, A.J. Grisbeck, and he will hold on. 7 minutes, 17 seconds left to go in this third period. 2 minutes, 34 seconds left to go in this for the power play for the Blue Demons. Excuse me, for the Flyers. Depaul wins that faceoff. It's finds Gutt down low. He forces it up to Wilninski in the corner. Wilninski ends up turning that over to number 13, Lucas Theodosopoulos, and they will send it all the way down. Kramer has the puck now behind Mike Fisher. 2 minutes, 15 seconds left to go on this power play as they break it out. Sends it up to Gutt on the near side. He loses the handle on it, and that's sent all the way back to Mike Fisher. Selman's got it now in his own zone. Flyers have to slow it down maybe a little bit. I think they're trying to enter the zone a little bit too quickly. They've got all the time in the world. They've got the power play, right? They just need to play their game, slow it down. Kramer now on the point, shot, saved by Grisbeck. And that puck makes its way back out. Kramer now tries some fancy footwork and still has it. It's pinned up against the boards right now, right in front of the Flyers bench. And eventually Cashin gets it and sends it into the far side corner. Here's Brian Gutt, one of the goal scorers for the Flyers. Skates it into the Depaul's end, is closed off by Michael Health. And that puck makes its way to the near side. Scotty Ernstein sends it to Selman on the point. Jack Selman is kept in by Kramer. Ernstein keeps it in somehow. I think the new nickname for Scotty Ernstein is going to be the Magician. He does things that I don't even know how it happens. Scotty Ernstein does. As Kramer sends it back to Health, who turns and waits, trying to kill off some more time. About 55 seconds left to go on the power play for the Flyers. Really want to try and get at least one on this 5-minute power play. Flyers do. Selman has it. Tries to find Ernstein just out of his reach, and that goes all the way into Depaul's end. Health sends it again back into the neutral zone where it's received by Ligas. Ligas sends it up to Ernstein. Ernstein is hit hard right there by number 9, Chris Lee, and he will take it back into the Flyers' end. Chris Lee tries a shot, turned aside easily right there by Mike Fisher. That rebound is found by number 9, Matt Morrow. 18 seconds left on the power play for the Flyers. 5 minutes left in the game. Here comes Morrow. It's hip check there again by Chris Lee. Lee throwing the body around a little bit. And 5 seconds. One last rush here for the Flyers on the power play. Here's Morrow into the zone. Fakes the move. Penalty has expired. Wilninski down below the goal line of Depaul. And they send it all the way out to Mike Fisher, and that allows them to make a line change. 4.5 minutes left in this game. Liam Farrell gets it off a fanned-on shot. Brock Ash tries a backhand shot and goes up into the protected netting with 4 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in this game. Flyers started out that penalty power play strong. The first half of that, they had a couple of grade A scoring opportunities, but towards the latter half of that power play, they kind of slowed down a little bit. got plenty of time. 4 minutes is more than enough time to score 2 goals. So we'll see what happens. Excellent block right there by Brian Gutt. Feeds Selman on the near side. He's into the zone. Jack Selman tries a shot. That's patted aside by Grisbeck. Another shot. Number 68, Chet Daker, is right in the glove of Grisbeck, and he holds on. Again, I think a renewed sense of life now again by the Flyers after that power play, having a couple offensive zone opportunities. See what happens. 4 minutes left. Ernstine, Reedy, and McDonald out there on for the Flyers. Ernstine wins that face-off forward, learning something from his fellow Flyer Matt Morrow. Ernstine, the magician, still has it, and he turns it over. And back comes Depaul the other way. Plotkin comes into the zone, and that shot is high on Mike Fisher. Hit him possibly in the neck protector, but he keeps it out of the net. 3 minutes and 49 seconds left to go. And the Flyers have more than enough time, like I said, to score the goal. I believe that shot did hit Mike Fisher upstairs in the neck protector. He's taking his helmet off, making sure everything is okay. At number 86, the Magician, Scotty, the Magician, is out there to take that face off, wins it. Reedy on the near side. Here's McDonald. He sends it back to Ernstine in the middle. Scotty Ernstine sends it down low to a hard forechecking Jack Reedy, who sends it to McDonald now in the far side corner. Down to Reedy now. Reedy's got it in the corner. Back to McDonald. Back to Reedy now. Sends it up in front, and that is broken up by the defenseman for the Depaul Blue Demons. And they send that puck all the way out for an icing call. 3 minutes, 15 seconds left to go on this. In this game right here, Flyers only down by 2 goals. Big Guns back out there. Aligas, Morrow, Selman, along with one of the goal scorers on the day today, Adam Petrovic. And again, the man who's had the excellent game today, Tyler Kramer. Depaul wins that face-up down in the corner, and that shot from Matt Morrow is turned aside by Grisbeck. Here comes Depaul now into the zone. Plotkin winds up, tries a shot, and that's saved by Mike Fisher. Sitting right in front of his left pad. Didn't quite know where that one was. But luckily there was no Depaul Blue Demons players there to put it home. Just under 3 minutes left to go. Flyers running out of time here to get anything going on the offensive side of things. Look to do so. That line stays out there. Morrow wins that face-off into the corner. He sends it up. It's kept in on the point by Chris Lee. Lee slap pass over the far side to Passion, who sends it down low. That makes its way back up to the point. Down to Passion, down low. He sends it out front. Big shot is turned aside by Mike Fisher. Here's Selman. Hit hard there by Michael Helf, who sends it in the middle. Passion toe drags around one. The shot is just wide of the net. Michael Helf now in the far side corner as he tries a sharp angle shot that's patted aside by Fisher. Kramer now sends it off the glass. Is kept in though on the point. Actually was not kept in on the points by the Depaul Blue Demons defenseman. So we will see a face-off just outside the Flyers' end of the ice. 2 minutes, 21 seconds left to go again. Flyers running out of time to getting it going. However, I do believe that this game was played much better than yesterday's game by the Flyers. Flyers having some offensive opportunities, limiting the opportunities of Depaul to score. Something we talked about way back in the open, is that you have to be able to limit their opportunities and also not let them run away with the game. And I think the Flyers have done an excellent job with that here today. As Ernstine still has it. Is hacked and whacked right there by number 92, Brock Asher. We'll see another power play coming up here for the Lewis Flyers. Now, this is what you call a big opportunity. Just under 2 minutes left, 1 minute 49 left to go in this game. Doors open for the comeback of the Flyers as they take this timeout. looking to rest up their top line and try and get something going with this huge opportunity that they have in front of them. Again, that penalty was assessed to number 92, Brock Ash, who is now sitting in the penalty box next to number 7, Matt Newton, who's still there from his penalty that he received earlier. He received that major penalty, and one can only assume something more considering he's still in the penalty box. But the head coach of the Flyers, Mark Marfiche, trying to rally the troops a little bit, see what they can get going. With just a couple minutes left, we will see a face-off in Depaul's end of the ice, because that's how it works in NCAA hockey. Every time that there is a penalty, the non-offending team gets to choose the side of the ice that they would like the face-off in the opposing team's end. So we'll have to see what the Flyers choose. Mike Fisher, though. Again, I think if I had to pick one star of the game for both teams, Mike Fisher would have to be it. He's played excellent here today. Some of the best goaltending play that we've seen out of the Flyers ever in my entire experience calling Flyers hockey. Mike Fisher just playing, standing on his head in the net, in the 4x6, keeping everything he can out of the net. And so, because of him, the Flyers have the opportunity to come back this final minute and 49 seconds as both teams retake the ice surface at the conclusion of the timeout. We will actually not be in the Depaul end of the ice. The reason being for that is because Scotty Ernstine was down behind the Flyers goal line and he caused the stoppage of play. So the rule as it's written is that if the Flyers do something like throw it out of play, which is what happened, or cause some sort of stoppage of play, that they will not get that offensive zone face-off. So here we go, minute 45 left on the power play, minute and a half left in the game. Here comes Kramer into the zone. Keep an eye to my left on Mike Fisher, see how aggressive head coach Mark Marfiche will get, if at all, with pulling him. Ernstine leaves it for Selman, who tries a shot right into the logo of A.J. Grisbeck, who holds on. Minute 15 left to go in the game, minute 26 left on the power play, if needed. Again, we've got the big guns out there. We've got Ernstine, Selman on point, wins it back to Selman. Shot is paddled aside by A.J. Grisbeck, and that's sent all the way back into the Flyers' end. Fisher comes out to play it. Here's Kramer. We have 60 seconds remaining in the game. Saucer pass over to Morrow, who turns it over to Passion on his own blue line. Matt Morrow does, but he does an excellent job to get it right back. Here comes Jack Selman now, back the other way. Selman goes around, dumps the defenseman for the ball out in front and tries a shot. And he is unable to get anything on it. The ball will send it all the way back down, where Mike Fisher paddles it down. 30 seconds remaining as they set up behind the net. Tyler Kramer seemingly forgetting how much time is left. They have to get going a little bit. They turn it over. Passion now is taken down by Michael Ligas. And that will do it for the power play for the Flyers. Ligas. Now we have some conversations happening between a couple different players. Matt Morrow gets dumped there a little bit by number 9, Chris Lees. We'll see what penalties are given out right here. That's clearly the emotions are starting to boil over the Lewis Flyers. We'll see what penalties are given right here. As again, we continue to battle for it. We have a little bit of some fisticuffs being engaged in right here on the Flyers blue line. Again, emotions running high for both teams as we have, looks like number 8, Michael Health, tangled up there with Tyler Kramer. And finally, the linesman will pull them apart. to see. It'll be interesting to see what penalties are given out here. But at the end of the day, I don't think it's going to matter much. Flyers down by 2 goals. With just about 21 seconds left in this hockey game. Again, I think the Flyers played much better today than they did yesterday. At least having some offensive prowess. Clearly, their emotions are getting the best of them right here, as we have players from each side of the ice being sent off. A couple of Depaul players as well as a couple of Lewis players. But welcome to the ACHA, everyone. If you don't like penalties, you won't like the ACHA. There was a game last year that we were broadcasting for the Lewis Flyers where they had a combined total of 16 people in the penalty box. Again, if you don't like penalties, you won't like ACH hockey very much. But that's what makes it entertaining. It's college hockey, ladies and gentlemen. We love to see it. Love to see the emotion come out in all the players. Maybe not in such a violent way. We'd rather see it on the offensive side of things. But hey, you can only ask for so much. As again, the referees continue to discuss what penalties will be dished out, along with captains for both teams. Matt Morrow, and I believe that is Brock Ash right there. Excuse me, that's not Brock Ash, that's Jackson Leptich, who is also wearing a C, trying to confuse the broadcasters. So Jackson Leptich and Matt Morrow await the explanation from the referee as they continue to discuss it. It'll be interesting also to see where this ensuing face-off is, as we'll have penalties being assessed to both teams. They will continue to discuss it. We only have a couple more home games for the Lewis Flyers. I believe we're only here another 2 more times this fall semester. So we will be broadcasting those games as well right here from Callan iSports, as well as all the other sports right here on the Lewis University Television Network. If you'd like any information about the broadcasting program here at Lewis, you can visit us online at lewisu.edu. And again, all of our sports broadcasts at Lewis are done right here on the Lewis University Television Network. Again, we're all just kind of hanging out, seeing what's going on. At least it seems that nobody's too upset anymore. It seems that everyone is in a pretty good mood, regardless of what we just witnessed, the scuffle that we just saw between Tyler Kramer and a few members of the Depaul Blue Demons. As again, the referees, the man with the orange armbands, are explaining the case, the situation right now to both captains. As of right now, we have 31 seconds left on the original penalty to Brock Ash. That was the power play that the Lewis Flyers were on. We also have 5 minutes up on the board that had been assessed to number 72, Billy Passion. That are the only penalties that are currently up on the board. I'm sure there will be more to come. Tyler Kramer being ejected from the ice surface. And we have a lengthy discussion going on right here between the captains and the referees, as well as the linesmen. Again, just wanted to say thank you to all referees. I know that not just in hockey, but in all sports, there's been a shortage. So I appreciate all the referees coming out today, as well as all the referees that referee every weekend. This is something that's very near and dear to my heart. I've refereed hockey for just about 10 years, done ACHA games, so I know what these gentlemen are going through, standing right in front of us, continuing to discuss the situation, the penalty situation that's happening right now. But it looks like we are finally ready to go after a series of lengthy discussions between the referees, the linesmen, as well as the captains of both teams. We do now have another penalty that has been put up on the board from number 19, Michael Legas. And that is the only thing that's on the board right now for the Lewis Flyers, as there's some looks of confusion on the faces of the Lewis Flyers coaches. And again, I think that now they're just getting the explanation again to Matt Morrow. And it's possible that they are on the power play. Looks, if my lip reading skills is as good as they think they are, as I think they are, it appears that the referee just said that they will be on the power play for the final 20 seconds of this hockey game. Again, they're only down by 2 goals. 20 seconds is a lot of time. We'll see what they are able to get going here. The 4-on-3, not a normal power play that we are used to seeing. But again, as I said, this is ACHA hockey. Leptich forces the turnover and will send it all the way into the Flyers' end of the ice. No icing on the play. And so now Brian Gutt will send it up to Morrow, who can't quite find it. 5 seconds left to go. Herzbeck tries to send it out. It's kept in on the point by Ernstine, and that will do it for this series between the Lewis Flyers and the Depaul Blue Demons, as everyone is now re-entering the ice surface. I do think, in my humble opinion, that the Flyers played much better than they did yesterday. They had some good offensive opportunities, playing on both sides of the puck. Scotty Ernstine absolutely killing it. The magician, he has now been dubbed, doing some magic tricks, pulling some things that I don't even know how he does them. But he manages to get those opportunities and make space, time and space for himself somehow. But again, I think the player that we need to discuss right now is at the front of that line right there, number 50 in white, Mike Fisher. He played excellently here today. He was the #1 star in my book out of both teams. He kept the Flyers in, did everything he could to give the Flyers the win today. Unfortunately, the Flyers were unable to put much of anything into the net. But again, much better showing for the Flyers here today at Camden Ice Sports. That will do it for our broadcast here today. Thank you so much for watching the Lewis University Television Network, and thank you so much to the crew that has joined me here today. I really do appreciate it. For LUTN, I'm Logan Cap. We'll catch you on the next one. Thank you.